to my channel. Let's address this real quick. So I went to the beach on Saturday. Yes, Saturday. It is Monday. I got very badly burned, so my forehead's red. I was gonna cover it with makeup, and then I looked closer at it and I saw that it's blistering. So we're not gonna add makeup. We're just gonna deal with it. And hopefully by Thursday's video, it'll be gone. If not, I don't know what to tell you. But since I don't really feel like doing anything today, I figured it would be a great time to tell you the story of when I, little me, styled someone for the red carpet. Let me rephrase that, when I styled a celebrity for the red carpet. Okay? Before we jump into the video though, I have to do this every time. You know the drill. Go ahead and give this video a like. It's free, it helps me out, helps you out, helps all of us out. Give it a like, and at the end you can decide whether or not you want to subscribe to this channel. I won't even add that part in there right now. But anyway, with that being said, let's hop into this story time. So we're gonna go ahead and time travel for a quick second, and I'm gonna take you back to February of this year, I guess. Yeah, it was 2020, oh my God. But in February, I was working a full-time job, in addition to all the styling stuff I do on my own. And at this full-time job, I was also doing some styling, and it was at a company where we rent out nice clothing. I'm not gonna say the name because that's a story for another day, but I worked at this clothing rental company. Big name, you probably know who it is. I'm not gonna say anything more on that. So I was working there, and it was a February day in New York City. Like, it was cold, probably a little snowy. I don't know, we didn't get much snow this year, but you know, we were living life. And so I was minding my business. I did a lot of merchandising at this place, a lot of visual merchandising, so I can't remember exactly what I was doing, but I was at work, and I remember getting a tap on my shoulder, like, which is weird, like, no one touches us, no one typically touches us, and we didn't wear name tags either, so it wasn't readily obvious who the workers were, who the workers were, and who was just like in there browsing, unless you were in there like every day, which a lot of our girls were. But I got this tap on the back of my shoulder, and I turned around, and I probably didn't have the nicest look on my face. Like, I have a tendency to have a very expressive face, and I was probably like, what the hell? So I turned around, and this sweet girl is there by herself. She looked freezing cold. I remember that. She looked so cold, and she just asked, like, can you help me? I was like, of course I can help you. That's why I'm here. So basically, she was looking for a nice black tie formal dress. Which, if you don't know, black tie is like as fancy as you can go. It's for things like red carpets, or a lot of weddings are black tie. So just very formal. Yeah. And we rented a selection of dresses at our location, the flagship location. But our inventory was kind of shifting more towards like everyday wear, whatever. So we were getting rid of a bunch of our formal wear, which is what we had previously been really well known for. But nevertheless, we had like the whole back of the store was formal gowns. So I told her, okay, yes, let me get you a fitting room. I'll take care of you. Tell me a little about like your style. What do you like? What dress shape suits you? You know, what are some features you're going for? And she told me, you know, she wants it to be pretty sexy. She wants it form-fitting and everything, but it still has to meet that like black tie criteria. So like, okay, we probably aren't gonna have that in store, thinking this to myself, but I said, all right, I'm gonna try anyway, because, you know, I'm there to help. Like, I love styling, obviously. That's why I worked at this job, that's why I have my own styling business, whatever. So I went, did a sweep of the whole floor, went downstairs, saw if we had anything in back stock, and I brought her a couple options, but I could tell they were not what she was looking for. And I felt so bad about it because she was so nice, and up until this point, I did not know she was a celebrity. Not that that would change how I handled the situation. Like, let me make that very clear. We could only do so much in the store, you know? Like, I can't magically make a dress appear in front of our eyes. Like, we are working with what we have in stock. So I could definitely see her getting more and more distressed, like as nothing was working, whatever. And she came in early enough in the day that we had this special thing with our flagship store where if you order something by a specific time, I don't remember what the time was, like noon, 1, something like that. If you order before that time, since our warehouse was so close, they could offer same-day shipping for you. So we had a much bigger inventory on our website. And so I told her, you know, we're in this clear zone that if we found something online, we could get it here for you today. She said her event is tomorrow. Didn't tell me what the event was yet. We'll get to that. Said her event's tomorrow, like she's not from this country, she just got off the plane and came here. I was like, okay, let's take a look online. And I kind of did the same thing for her online. While she finished up finding her dresses and whatnot, I went ahead and did a sweep through our online inventory. It was much easier to like tailor the stuff on the website to suit what she was specifically looking for, you know, like that sexy, form-fitting, black tie, all of that. So that's what I did. And she looked through the things I had picked, and one of them was just perfect for her. She said, oh my gosh, you have no idea. This is a lifesaver. I'm going to the Viennese Opera Ball. I'm a singer and I was invited and this is my first time. This is so important to me and you just helped. You just like saved the day. It was like, oh my God, hold on. That's a lot to unpack right there. Like, first of all, thank you. Like, I'm so glad I could help you. That's, you know, that is what I'm here for. But also, what? I had no idea, but this was my first time styling someone for the red carpet. And again, I wouldn't have done anything differently, but since she told me that, we were very lenient with what we gave out in the store. Like, we were constantly giving out members free bonus spots. We were constantly sending them home with additional things just to make them happier, just to give them an even better experience, because it's just sitting in the store. Like, you may as well have it. And so since she told me that, I was like, well, can I send you off with some jewelry too? I mean, let's make this worth your while. You know, you're not from this country. I want to give you the best experience possible, as I would for anyone. So we sent her off with some jewelry and whatever, and we had her dress that she found online set to ship to the store later that day. She was just gonna come in the next day and get dressed at the store, and then she was gonna be on her way. So that was perfect. That's what we did, and she was just the sweetest thing. She came in the next day and ran up to me. I was there like every day, so it was great that, you know, we aligned that way. But she came in, she brought her photographer with her, and she ran up to me, gave me this big hug and said, "My dress is here, let's go find it." So I went and grabbed her dress for her. She got dressed, and oh my gosh, this woman looked incredible. This is one of my favorite stylings that I've done because the dress fit her like a glove, which that was kind of difficult to do at this job that I had because, as I mentioned, these were all rented clothes, so you couldn't like alter them, you couldn't tailor them or anything. We would sometimes like throw a stitch in something real quick to hold it in place, but it was a very like makeshift kind of tailoring. Didn't have to do any of that. This dress fit her beautifully. It was perfect. And she was so excited. I'll insert a picture here. You saw this in the thumbnail, but this is her. So she got dressed and she went on her way, and oh my gosh, my experience with her was just perfect. She was the nicest girl I've ever met, and she's from Austria. From what I gather, she's kind of like a pop singer over in Austria. And she's gaining a good following and everything, and I'm so happy for her because truly like one of the sweetest girls I've ever worked with, especially at that job. There were a lot of nutcases, but no, she was great. My first celebrity styling went amazingly, and that's something I wanted to add too. I don't usually do celebrity styling. Obviously at this job I didn't really have a choice. But in my own styling endeavors, I like to stick to virtual and personal, which if you're interested, that's a video I would be more than happy to make at some point, you know, what the difference is between the realms of styling. So there's fashion styling, celebrity styling, personal styling, virtual styling, probably more. Those are the ones I'm familiar with, and they're all very, very different. Very different clientele for each of them. So anyway, you guys, very quick story. Nothing dramatic happened. Like, I would be more than happy to do this again for someone else, for a different celebrity that comes along, what have you. It was very easy though, having her come and do it through the place I was working at, because when you're on your own, you have to establish relationships with stores and everything. You have to go in, do pulls. Sometimes they make you pay for the things you're taking. Sometimes they don't. There's a system behind it, and it's kind of difficult to navigate when you're a smaller stylist like myself, which is why I stick to mostly virtual styling. I don't enjoy going out and doing like the errand side of it pretty much, but this worked great because we could find something for her from our inventory. I knew the procedures there and everything, and it worked perfectly. So anyway, that is my story time about how I styled a celebrity for the red carpet. I hope you guys enjoyed. I don't know if I'm a good storyteller or not. This story, I guess, wasn't even that intense. Like, nothing happened really. It was a great experience. Went very smoothly. I have a bunch of other stories of times things did not go smoothly at this place, so if that's something you would like, I got a lot of those. Thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video. If you liked it, go ahead and subscribe. My content is kind of just anything that interests me. Yes, I do a lot of fashion stuff. I do a lot of arts and crafts, kind of techie stuff as well. But, you know, if you're into it, give it a subscribe. With that, guys, I will see you in my next video on Thursday. Bye.